with that amount of dive. Of course, you know, Talia rocks are always a good example, but they get that primary engage that you're looking for. Rakan's way quicker than the Scion coming through, so Scion plus Rakan is always a really nice
or something along those lines, but otherwise, obviously, it is going to be a trade up here for Jan if he can just play safe until that does come up. TL, though, going to be farming this dragon, no problem, right? So Thanatos goes forward, you hit him with a slice and dice, you know, the Q goes through the wave, and that kind of breaks that.
Loki's going in for APA as Blabber's there for the follow-up, and remember, Talia's flash was already so 2 out of 3 already completed for the feed.
I'm going.
I'm looking.
Strong. He dead.
He dead, nice.
Nice, guys.
Missed it. Nice.
You want to do
Is Grub still fine?
I want to do one.
All right, top lane going to continue trading while Team Liquid backs up as a 3-man squad. APA coming over to help now as well with the Weaver's Wall. The curtain call opens up and C9's got to try to exit to their right. They escape most of the shots as Team Liquid now continues marching forward. Dragon's already been aggroed. It's Blabber taking the shots for now, but immediately Team Liquid is ready to step in. Dragon still at about half HP. Vulcan off to the side, has the flash, back up and available on the Rel, but he's only half HP. APA firing the rocks back over the wall for a good bit of damage, as now teleports are ready to arrive for both of the top laners. It'll be a smite fight over the Drake, and it's going to be claimed by Team Liquid. Now, can they find anything else on the follow-up? Blabber in some danger here in the front line as the Chains of Corruption fly out and lock Impact up. Unit from both teams ready to contest this third Drake. Already got it down to about half HP. Blabber still working on it. Sven providing additional DPS, and Team Liquid decide they're not going to go in. They will not contest for this, and C9 take the Drake.
Jan's pushing mid lane.
Before he joins up for the rest of the fight, does have TP to try to join. CoreJJ in some danger, popping the quickness defensively, but Blabber is ready to chase him down. Impact moving close enough to allow the battle dance to disengage, but it's not enough. CoreJJ gets crashed down on, and now Team Liquid's in some serious trouble. Impact can't get away in time. Core and Impact caught unaware, and C9 is happy to punish.
There's the pick that's actually going to ignite the game, because that's Otacon and the dragon that's about to spawn for Cloud9 here. Not only do they catch CoreJJ, that's going to be a quick death timer, but getting Impact afterwards also is huge for C9. You look immediately, TL try and go into damage control afterwards. They try and push on the other side of the map. You know, Jan and Yuji here in mid lane, but APA at least trades top tower for it.
Yeah, he does get the top tower, but Thanatos got a top tower while they were actually doing those picks. So he killed top tier 1, then TP's down to bot. They get the bot tier 1, the top tier 1, 2 picks, Otacon, and they're now on Dragon. Impact's going to be respawning here in 5. He does have teleport, but he's got no flash, no ult. This would be a hard fight to take, but Yuji's looking for it.
Okay, Yuji taking a little bit of damage here at the start. The Chains of Corruption do not find a target. Blabber can jump back over the wall here with a Vault Breaker. Impact using his TP to try to join up as APA wants to block off the C9 escape route. Vulcan almost hit by the seismic shove, but he steps out of the way. It's not enough to keep him alive as Yuji gets the first kill of the game.
That is a very dangerous ward to go for. Preemptively ahead of the dragon spawn timer, so he was punished by Cloud9, but again,
Baron is about to spawn here in about 10 seconds. Impact gets jumped on by Thanatos and Blabber. They are locking up the Scion. The big meatball front line for Team Liquid is not tanky enough, and C9 just
Cloud9 can play very confidently on the map, try to get some vision out of here.
He has no teleport, he has no ult, and he's about to have no mid laner. Loki going in looking for the solo kill on APA. C9 is coming to life now.
that's actually huge because they control both side waves. Thanatos already pushing on the top side too. Impact still dead for a while. Now the other solo laner in the dirt.
Baron o'clock.
It's open season on Baron right now. The teleport comes out. Cloud9 will burn this down. Can Yuji pull out some magic here on the Nefiri? It's a very mobile champion. He can take some risks.
Okay, Impact is alive, but he has to walk all the way down here. Jan also walking all the way from the base. Yuji thinking about maybe trying to steal this one away. Some Dark and Daggers flying into the pit, but that's not enough. C9 already going to go ahead and claim themselves a Baron. Vulcan keeping everybody busy over the wall, and CoreJJ is already dead again. Blabber flies into the back line, looking for a little bit more damage here to Yuji, but there's no follow-up, so he has to flash back to the safety of the team. Curtain call opens up, trying to find an exit kill. The last shot, not going to find the target. Maybe they can find an opportunity for a pick here on Thanatos, who just casually walks right past the seismic shot, flashes over the wall. He's ready to turn this one on its head, and APA is heading to the graveyard. If he's not any careful about it, then he is. APA's already down. CoreJJ is going to go with them. Ever since that first overextension for the deep ward in the C9 jungle, CoreJJ's been dead more than he's been alive.
You better be careful when you go and try and gank Thanatos. You know, he is not trapped in top lane with you. You're trapped in there with him, and they're going to destroy the base.
They're going to destroy the base. They're going to destroy the top lane tier 2. They're going to have the Baron for another 60 seconds, and the Dragon's going to spawn then as well. C9 have total control over Summoner's Rift in this one. There was 1 kill on the board 20 minutes into this game. It was a 500 gold difference. 8 minutes later, C9 is up 9,000 gold.
I mean, they've just made all the better plays, right? They're the right place, right time, punishing every overextension, it feels like, from TL, really understanding where they're strong, when they're strong here to zero someone with APA and UG right off the rip to have a chance in a fight. And if you get Mountain Soul, that's just not happening.
Moving across the map, and now with mid inhibitor already down, bottom lane is an easy pathway in here.
Quid, you know, they were talking about how C9 is just this really standard team, and it felt like they were really kind of, you know, underrating them and thinking, yeah, they're not that. You want to say UG's got to look for a steal, but how does he ever get there? They have no vision in their jungle whatsoever. Thanatos is just bodyguarding all the entrances, so all they can do is just go bot side and try to get a camp or two for the Baron.
But it's actually so simple for Cloud9 because they can just group up as long as they move by a pack. Nobody's going to get picked, and they can just go siege up with the Baron. The time is in their favor as long as they're patient here and don't fumble with a 10,000 gold lead, 3 dragon lead in front of the Nexus turrets.
20 seconds until the mid lane inhibitor respawns. The top lane inhib dead for a good long time now as Team Liquid is looking for their opportunity, their last defense here at the Nexus turrets. Weaver's Wall isn't going to do a whole lot here at the very start. CoreJJ jumping into the back line as UG has found his way onto Sven, but it's not enough. APA is already dead, and Team Liquid's attempt is halted in its tracks. Impact drops next, and Loki flies into the back line for the Emperor's Divide. A double kill as Yawn falls. Team Liquid is erased off Summoner's Rift, and C9 dominates game 1.
What a controlled game from Cloud9 in the opener.
Really champs more than range.
He's gonna play Alistar.
He's taking Alistar into Smolder Brown, which is not really that great, honestly.
He likes Alistar.
Yeah.
Don't like the angle. That's his most played champ of the whole
through where CoreJJ came in through mid lane to help him get that. And this is a much better start here for TL.
Absolutely, and one thing that's always nice.
But then don't overplay your hand, and Team Liquid will secure the other 2.
Yeah, nice stuff from them. I think this time around, a little bit, I'd be wary if you are Blabber playing into UG. The Zin's out with like even a very slight lead can be very, very dangerous.
Team Liquid, though, with UG and Core both nearby. Yawn also just trying to max his stacks before he has to maybe rotate over. UG's going to take some damage. Nice grab from Blabber. Slams him right back into the wall, and it's first blood over to Loki. Team Liquid caught unaware, disrespecting the Skarner, and Blabber teaches him a lesson.
And Vulcan!
And it's a miss.
All right, but now we have a TP coming up to the top side here, looking to make a move onto Thanatos, who now needs to try to escape. APA in hot pursuit. Thanatos with the flash out, but is it in time? APA doesn't find the second hit of the Q. Thanatos is still trying to run, but he's ready to turn him into APA falls. Core shows up only in time to find himself executed as well. And C9 are playing so much better as a team.
Oh man, TL tried to force it, ulted over the wall maybe and saved himself.
That could have been such a big difference maker, but the miss on the return of the Q spells disaster for Team Liquid, and now APA is getting cooked again. Thanatos might just kill him. CoreJJ shows up in time to keep his mid laner alive, and now maybe Team Liquid can try to find something back as Yawn makes his appearance in the fight, and Thanatos has no way home. Surely the kill is claimed, and Yawn is the one picking it up.
That may be a mental saver for this game, because the previous one was for sure a tilter for the side of TL. Cloud9's cross map, though.
Yeah, Vulcan and Blabber ready to help out Loki here and make a play onto Impact. The tier 1 turret is still alive, but it can't protect him. Blabber's on a killing spree, and Impact is dead again.
And UG's next. I mean, it's a little bit dangerous here. Vulcan and Blabber.
Oh, Vulcan now re-engaging with another nice headbutt pull. Then UG too far forward. Now forced to flash defensively, but Loki's ready to flash follow. He grabs the kill, but he'll pay for it with his own life as APA and CoreJJ will make that a 1-for-1. They're really taking their damn time on it, though. Still a 1-for-1.
to step forward for those max range Qs.
And with Jan having to take a recall now, though, with his pockets so heavy from all the unspent gold, that means that TL, Drake started up, UG into the pit, immediately trying to make this a smite fight. Thanatos over the wall, but now C9's got to be a little bit more careful as UG is still trying to get away, and Vulcan is drawing all of the aggro from TL. Thanatos confirms the kill on UG. Vulcan gets away from APA, who tries to get the kill, but cannot do it. The Ahri is not.
So look at that reaction from APA. Clearly feeling the frustration, knowing this game is slipping away from you, and if you lose this one, you've got a reverse sweep.
Yeah, not only line that is 0-2 and 0 and 0-3 and 1. This front line for TL having some struggles, but Sven now in some danger, trying to get away. The charm from APA doesn't connect. Sven's able to escape, and now UG is under pressure. Thanatos flashing back into the Baron pit to try to create a little bit of extra distance between himself and Team Liquid as Blabber jumps over the wall. A slam into the terrain, followed up by an ice impale, but nobody's dead just yet. Vulcan's gonna be taken down as APA finds the kill, but Team Liquid has also lost their own support. UG's about to die to Loki, who secures the kill there as Impact drops, and now without Jan alive any longer, C9 slams another fight.
It is a little messy, but it's all Cloud9 in the skirmish. Here's a look at it as they start up the Otacon themselves, and Sven was very far out, so it got a little dicey, but that charm did not follow up from APA. Sven had
really good in game 1, in game 2. He has been smurfing. Has made a really big difference for C9. I think a lot of people were thinking, all right, this new era of C9, the third dragon, you're just going to wait and see if you can make something happen at the next one.
APA jumping in after Sven here. He chunks him down to 1/3 HP, but now the follow-up from C9 is way too much for APA to handle. I don't know what he was even thinking there, as now it's going to result in a pile of corpses wearing Team Liquid jerseys. C9's just marching down mid lane. Sven hits him with the trademark frog, and this one's going to be costly.
not the frog!
And that was looking like an emotional engage from APA, trying to get Sven under the tower there. They don't even get close. They just chase him down, kill him off. Jan gets flash ulted by Blabber. They're looking for a potential end here at 24 minutes.
I think this game is done. They've got a big minion wave. Impact and Yuji are going to try to defend this, but it's a 2 versus 5. Sven backs away. All right, C9, they don't have quite enough in the tank to end the game just yet, but that was a big blunder from APA.
We call that one a little int check just at the end. Oh, you know, maybe they come out and they int a little more, and then we just end the game.
The int check. I like it.
TP, man. TL's just going to try to chase this.
Okay, Team Liquid.
Desperation hours.
Desperate to try to find anything, and all they're going to find is an ambush lying in wait. Impact already dead. Yuji tries to fight back, but the wind becomes lightning, but a beautiful equalizer from Thanatos guarantees Team Liquid's retreat. Vulcan ready to bury the enemy support as Yuji and Jan are both.
You could do to have like a big shift for the team just mentally, because it does seem every player we go after every single
And they
play.
are barreling down for some of these tier 2s. You can see Impact trying to push out top lane, see if they can get a little bit of something back, but mid lane
in the bottom lane. Another big hit comes out from Sven's Ezreal, and Jan is down to 10% HP. The Smolder's forced back. That's the only win condition. Team Liquid has to regroup around him, while their bottom lane inhibitor also falls. Now, the tier 2 turret is still standing up in the top lane, so it's not like C9 can just walk a little bit further up into the top side of this base and immediately claim the third, but I don't even think they need to. They're going in for the fight instead. Impact grabbed up by the Impale, barely gets himself away as Loki gets back over the wall, and Sven is on a rampage with Impact already dead. Now Yuji is stunned up, and he will follow his top laner straight into the abyss as Team Liquid, now in a 3v5, scrambles to try to defend. C9 with the Baroned up minions going after the Nexus turret. Sven kills APA as Core and Jan try to flash back into the safety of the fountain. There's not enough stacks in all of Runeterra for Smolder to carry this one. Sven keeping him stuck inside the fountain. C9 20-3. Go to match point.
C9 are looking good. People are just going to block your skill shots, man.
York Mori, infamous purveyor of crap on summoners.
It's like, you know, when you play against Nefiri and you're trying to hit skill shots and the dogs are blocking everything.
I feel you.
There's a whole solo AP, so is going to be, you know, really accelerating that clear.
And look at what we got here today. C9 in their disastrous loss last week against FlyQuest. Score looked like that. Thanatos tries to flash away from Impact. Who the bot side river. Blabber's still hanging around. Maybe he tries to chuck a sapling in there, but as long as Umpty has smite, this one should be.
That made me nervous.
Okay, that
made me nervous.
That was way too close for what it should have been. But that is now 3 out of 3 games that Team Liquid gets the first Drake.
If you early smite and no one's around to see it,
He was
did
right
you
there.
early smite?
He was watching.
Yeah, he saw it. We saw it. They saw it. A lot of people saw it.
Okay, okay.
Thanatos finds a nice usage of the Gnar ulti there onto Impact to scoop him into the turret range, find some quick trades on him, hits him with a wallop yet again, crunch forward, and a Q straight to the face. Now Umpty's gonna die for free in the follow-up. Team Liquid, oh no! Double kill over to Thanatos after the early solo death, as Sven and Vulcan now have to continue trying to disengage up here in the top lane. APA is coming up to try to join. At least they're going to force the flash out of Vulcan. But at least it looks like Team Liquid is going to control the neutrals early on in this one on both sides of the rift once more. They've already got all 3 of the Voidgrubs.
Yeah, it's comparison.
Okay, let's see if Team Liquid can force this, or if C9 will successfully challenge, as immediately a ton of damage onto Blabber, just disrespectfully walking up, and Team Liquid explode him.
I swear, this brush, when you're approaching dragon fights, that thing is key. That is #1 objective when approaching. All these guys getting killed, flashing out of that brush, getting these engages. This time
Do they move towards one player more as a full-time thing if they're playing better?
KazaLoLLCShighlights thought he was moving around to make a play here on Thanatos, but Blabber is ready to join and make it an honest 2v2. Vulcan joins up, again putting the numbers in the favor of C9. Blabber going forward with a twisted advance, and the feat of warfare is claimed by C9 as 2 kills are instantly picked up. Loki versus APA. He does not find anybody with the dredge line. C9 still looking to make sure they can secure this Herald. There's your paranoia. Umpty jumps in, but the Herald is going to be slain by Loki. Now C9's got to be careful. Big 3-man pop blossom. Team Liquid finally finds what they're looking for, as Sven, Vulcan, and Thanatos all got to try to get away. Thanatos teleported to join the fight, but C9 still lost it. Now Impact gets to slam the bottom lane tier 1 turret.
They lost everything. Not only do they lose that fight, but Thanatos got his teleport off as the Nocturne ultimate was procced, so they also lose bottom lane. That is an
down there. Impact now at least gets his Triforce. This is huge for TL. They're going to be able to get the top tier 1 as well. They're opening up a pretty big gold lead, and look at where the gold is mostly
The Herald was the only thing C9 got out of that fight, and they will use it as a distraction here in mid lane while they try to fight for this 3rd Drake of the game. Team Liquid going in for the engage as KazaLoLLCShighlights starts it off, but there's no follow-up. The Leona is already killed. Umpty's ready to jump in now, but Thanatos and the rest of C9 are looking to peel. The shutdown for Loki as Umpty falls, but Yawn is flying into the back line. C9 is falling left, right, and center, and Yawn's the one knocking him down. Team Liquid lost 2 for 2 so far, but Impact's looking to win them the fight now with an extra kill on Blabber. A little bit more damage will seal the deal, and TL came to play in game 3.
The early moments of that fight looked tough for TL as KazaLoLLCShighlights was kind of in there by himself, then Umpty flies in, but
exactly. Cloud9 each AD carry only has 1 item, and the Zeri pops off. So here's another look at it. This game.
Yeah, I mean, it is looking really good now for TL. Yawn in such a strong point of the game. How aggressively he's moving, and we're going to watch Thanatos potentially go down as he has to flash out. I mean, Yawn, flash forward, killed off the Nautilus. Honestly, could have killed Sven and Loki as well if he didn't get Buster shot away. They had to use that defensively as he cleansed the center route. C9, though, going to try to trade on the other side of the map. We'll be able to get this tier 1 top at the very least. But Impact now, from being down 1.4K, has clawed his way back off of some of these fights. Did get quite a bit of gold from the tower on bot after that one fight, and then picked up
Vulcan and Loki right next to him. But C9 is just deciding to surrender the Otacon. They do not want to take this fight where Team Liquid is already set up in the river, so that's TL claiming the big objective.
I think really hard to approach through that tri-brush. When APA has flash, when it gives you some AD and AP, but they are looking for Vulcan.
Now Vulcan walking away, though. KazaLoLLCShighlights already spent the Solar Flare, but now he's going to be locked up by the Senna. Defensive Nocturne ulti looking to save KazaLoLLCShighlights as he barely escapes, but no, Loki is ready to hunt him down, and that's a big mistake from the Team Liquid support. But now a nice catch there onto Thanatos means that C9's front line takes some damage on the way back out, but Blabber has made a move towards Impact. The depth charge chases him down, and Vulcan flashes over the wall. Team Liquid with some
like the Tristana already on 2 items. They're just going to say, you know what, you're going for that, we're going for Baron, but I think C9 is going to be pretty wise to this.
Okay, Team Liquid starting up the objective, but they don't do it particularly quickly. Thanatos has no Narbar. The Maiden of the Mist is back alive. Loki teleporting up to join the fight now, and the Baron is already down to below 4,000 HP. Team Liquid looking to secure it, but Blabber jumps in to steal the Baron at the 11th
APA!
Already on a killing spree, and APA goes into the back line looking to find the kill on Sven. Humpty chasing after the carry, and Yawn has got 2! They may have lost the Baron, but Team Liquid's winning the fight. Thanatos will be the 3rd to fall as Team Liquid chases him down.
Still looking for him as he's trying to use the Baron to power recall, but he is eventually gonna go down. Meanwhile, the Tristana runs through the tier 2 towers. They can actually still siege.
Okay, Blabber fires off the ulti to create some space so that C9 can force down the tier 1 turret, but they do not want to over. The vision blasting out shows them where TL is. APA off to the side there. C9's got to keep an eye on him if they want to be able to have a chance here in the fight. As Blabber fires off the ulti, the Dragon's not dead yet. It's going to be secured by Blabber now, but Yawn is not in the fight any longer. C9 scrambling to try to get away as Team Liquid is looking to take another fight. Damage over the wall from Sven, though. Finds the kill into APA, but TL still winning for now. Thanatos with the hero moves over the wall, but he can't find Yawn. He gets him with the Q. The Gnar for the win for C9 to take the fight. They come out on top. A triple kill for Thanatos. It's a 4 for 2 so far for C9, and they want to make it an ace. Impact trying to fight these guys off in a 1 versus 3, but it's more like a 2v3. The Maiden's about to kill Sven. Impact trying his hardest, trying to fight these guys off, but no. The ace and the dragon.
I think their only hope is that Thanatos also has no GP. He got kind of chunked, so they're thinking maybe APA has him low enough that we can fight.
Okay, Vulcan dredgelining away from TL. The 4-man approach towards C9, who have already got the Baron down to about half HP.
No
Blabber flashing forward to follow his own ulti as immediately Cloud9 are ready to send it. Thanatos into the back line going after Yawn. Stuns him up here with the wall of the lightning crash. Yawn tries to run, but Loki hunts him down. C9, clean ace.
Huge stuff from them. They knew since they got the pick and they still had Maokai ultimate, they just start up the Baron with all intention to turn off of it. That ace is going to lead them right into the base.
They're trying to potentially look for an end here. They're not even going for the Baron. It's only APA that's going to be respawning. Long timers on everyone else. They got that kill. Are they going to be able to take the series here?
And you can see them using Vulcan and Blabber to tank the turret instead of losing the potential minion wave. As long as they have the minions, they can keep going forward. 10 seconds on Core JJ, 15 on Umpty and Yawn. C9 continue their push towards the Nexus turret. APA goes in for the Pop Blossom, looking to clear out the wave, but the ace is there for C9. They've still got a couple of minions left. Core JJ trying to throw everything at him to stop this push, but C9 will not be held here. Umpty can't do enough damage into the back just yet, and C9 3-0 Team Liquid.
What a comeback.
Thank you very much. I have Blabber here live. Congratulations on the series win, a 3-0. When are we going to get a 5-game series? Obviously not now, but I feel like you just denied the fans something. Do you have a message for them? We're looking for the 5th game.
I mean, hopefully they get in the lower bracket. You know, they play next week, I believe. But yeah, I mean, I would rather 3-0 than, you know, have a 5-game series. But if I'm guaranteed I'm going to win the 5-game series, then I'm down.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Well, it was a 5-game series against Team Liquid, who have this 6-man jungle situation going on. You had to play against UG and Umpty today. So what was your preparation coming into this series?
To be honest, we didn't really prep any differently for UG or Umpty. I know, like, we know that UG like prefers to play the more aggressive champs, like more carry champs, and Umpty likes the more facilitating champs. But to be honest, like, Umpty can play all the champs. Like, you saw him play Nocturne here. He's played Lilia before in the past in the Fury, right? So to be honest, we were just prepping the same, regardless of who we were playing against.
Do you feel like you felt a difference from them on stage today?
I think with UG, they are more predictable. They have less X factor. I would say that Umpty is a lot more creative. I think sometimes he does int, but for me, like, it's a lot harder to play against Umpty, just because he does make good plays and he can win his team the game. He can also lose the team the game, but it's harder against someone, I feel like, that has more of an X factor.
Well, I mean, we were talking about the difference. You're one of the jungle GOATs in North America. UG's had a couple of stage games now. Do you have any advice for him or any thoughts based on his first couple of games?
I mean, I think he'll have a pretty good career. I think he, you know, is very consistent as a player. I think when he plays more, he'll kind of know more on what to do in the game. Like, I'm sure his team is teaching him, and I think he'll be good.
All right, well, we'll be watching very closely. But next up for Cloud9, still in the upper bracket, you get a rematch versus FlyQuest. I want to get your thoughts because it was not that close in the last best of 3. So what are your thoughts going into that? What are you going to do differently this time?
I mean, to be honest, I kind of just played really bad last time. I was having a really bad series, and we also just didn't play so great. Like, the first game, my Vi game, I feel like we should have won, guaranteed on that Drake fight. We lose, and then it just snowballs like really poorly. We just keep chain inting, and then game 2, I personally like ran it down. So I think that I just had an off series, but I think this time around it'll be a lot more competitive versus FlyQuest.
So you got the ints out of the way is what I'm hearing.
Exactly.
All right, it's better to do it when it doesn't matter as much. I have one final thing for you right here because summer's about to come. That means school's out, and we actually have some of the jungle goats of the region along with all the active players. Now, I would love to see if you can take your little icon here. Which table are you sitting at, Blabber? We have a lot of options, obviously, like Xsmithy, Dardock, Contracts, the old CLG ones. We got one, I think Kobe's in there. Yeah. Are you seeing one that you're feeling?
I mean, it's kind of close between this one and this one.
Okay, yeah, so you're thinking inspired?
Well, it's more so Dardock and Svenskeren were the junglers that I looked up to when I was first playing the game. They were the ones like I watched a lot. So, yeah, but I would probably choose this one because Santorin's also my boy. So I'll sit here.
Shout out Santorin with Svenskeren and Inspired. Thank you so much, Blabber. Congratulations on the win. This is where he's sitting. Now let's get the thoughts from the lounge.
That could be a real one, by the way.
14 seconds, Leona.
I really think we can, guys.
I think he can. Even if he holds the full wave, I don't think he can.
Don't be scared here.
Try to CCM, Thanatos. Try CCM.
Yeah.
I think it's maybe real one. No flash.
Yeah, it's real one. Kill him.
Kill.
Wait.
I'm taking the other turret.
Two guys.
Hit turret.
Okay, yeah.
Focus. Hit turret.
Courage.
Split up. And Nocturne spawning. They're spawning, guys.
No. Please. They're giving free kill. Kill.
Guys, bro,
No,
they're spawning.
and then.
Nice!
Please.
The game was a disaster.
You really didn't want to play more.
I really thought we were getting 4.
Yeah?
At least 4.
Yeah. There's that level of doubt in me right now that I'm feeling when it comes to TL that I'm like,
is it over? Are we playing again?
Oh, man.
Inspired, what are some of your quick takeaways from the series, though?
I mean, as I said at the beginning, I thought Cloud9 is going to win. I thought it's going to be 3-1. So
You were
it
close.
It wasn't. I was close. But I didn't think it's going to be such a stomp series. Like, I felt like Team Liquid was not Team Liquid we know today. Like, they were doing a lot of very weird decisions, a lot of very weird fights. When they shouldn't be fighting, they were trying to fight. Like, the fights were also pretty badly executed. Like, I do think Team Liquid usually wouldn't let the enemy jungler just walk into the pit and steal Nash like they did in this game. So, I don't know. I think it was just an off series by them.
Yeah, it felt like it went back to a lot of the things that Spawn was saying in Split 1 that they were doing poorly, which isn't like, there was the whole TL can't team fight meme, but it was less about that and more about when they were choosing to fight and not necessarily around their item spikes or good setups. One thing, because we were denied a game 4.
Yeah.
Chat, I did want to check out and see the champ pools of these two teams, right? Because
throw it up.
We were talking about
so much work
these
on this
two
board.
teams. Yeah, I know. We have so many good assets, guys.
So we
don't
were
get to
looking
use
at,
them.
even before the series, like what happens if you project this into 4 or 5 games? Who is going to be more pinched? And I think looking at this, at least to me, it shows that Team Liquid probably would have struggled a bit in drafts of games 4 and 5. The only 2 played champions that would still be available for APA that he's played this split would have been Cassio and Ziggs. Also Aurelion Sol, maybe he stretches into. The Yone and Gwen had been banned the whole time by Team Liquid, but if I'm looking at C9, they still had a lot left that if I look at these champions and I see them on these champions in game, I'm pretty comfortable with it. I see Ambessa, Gwen, Camille, I'm fine with that. Rise, Hui, Silas, Victor, Yone. Like, it just looked to me like they had a lot more left on the side of C9.
It's crazy. We will never know. Well, one day we'll get a game 4 and a best of 5 fearless. It'll happen. Next week, I'm guaranteeing next week it's gonna happen. We have Italian versus
Are you looking at SR? Yeah, I was gonna say you're looking at SR versus 100.
It has to happen. Though I don't know about the Team Liquid versus Dignitas series. That's the only one that I'm not too sure about.
That might be fast.
Yeah.
We'll see. Player of the series, this series, the mid laner for Cloud9. It's Loki.
Woo! Oh, 13.3 KDA.
That was he had a really good series overall. Inspired, you were talking about it since the Azir game. Just like going through his performance in this series, what's something that it stood out to you?
I think he was just very consistent. Like, he was doing his job. He was not making many mistakes. He didn't really die much, as we saw his KDA. Like, basically didn't really get caught at all. I think he was just what do you expect from a mid laner? Like, don't make mistakes, get slowly CS leads, and then be useful in team fights. And I think that he did what he was supposed to do.
It's the rank 1 or 2 solo queue player in action. That's how you're going to play in these games. CoreJJ actually recently had taken rank 1 away from Loki.
Oh, that's true.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter when you play on stage like this.
It's funny because there are now questions, at least last Pros episode, a lot of the mid laners didn't really think that highly of Loki, and I think the biggest distinction, I think, from Loki and the rest of the players is I feel like he does his job on Cloud9 well. A lot of the times he follows Blabber on the plays that he's going for. I don't really, there's no 1 or 2 games that I look at and think that Loki has performed really badly in this